Jai Gurudev, and thank you for joining us today. Today we have with us an art of living expert and an officer of the Vaidik Sansthan. Today we are going to discuss about the VDS YouTube channel of the art of living and how it contributes and provides services to all the participants and devotees of art of living. So let's begin. So can you describe what Vaidik Sansthan is and how is it related to art of living? Jai Gurudev, yes, thank you for joining us today. So Vaidik Sansthan VDS is a charitable, religious and educational trust inspired by His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji, whose purpose is to revive Vedic traditions and heritage, preserving ancient rituals, chanting, samskaras, festivals, etc. It is part of the Art of Living framework, functioning under its inspiration and aligning with its values, focusing specifically on Vedic pujas, homas, pandit training, gurukul, etc. Yes, in practice, VDS operates the puja, homa, samskara related services for devotees, organizes festivals, learning programs, chanting, etc., and also uses modern platforms like YouTube and online registrations to reach a large audience. It is a bridge between traditional Vedic ritual sciences and making them accessible to people globally. Now, what kind of content does the Vedic Puja's YouTube channel show and what is its purpose? The YouTube channel of Vedic Pujas publishes live and recorded videos of various pujas, homas, parayanas, samskaras, and Vedic celebrations. For example, Rudra Puja, Navratri celebrations, etc. The aim is to let people participate virtually, witness the rituals, understand the tradition, chant along where possible, especially when physical presence is not feasible. Additionally, these videos serve an educational role. Many people don't know the meaning of mantras, the procedures of homas, or why specific rituals are done. The videos thus both inspire and inform. Also, they create a sense of continuity and community. Seeing Gurudev or Pandits in ritual, hearing the chants gives devotees a way to stay connected. Now, how does the VDS manage to cover so many rituals, festivals, samskaras, pujas across India? The structure is grounded in having multiple ashrams and coordinators across many states. The website shows registration for pujas, homas, and learning in multiple ashrams: Bangalore, Bodh Gaya, Chamba, Gurukul, Farukabad, Guwahati, Jaipur, Kaithal, Kaladi, etc. Also, there are state coordinators and volunteers who help in local organization. Infrastructure is combined with outreach when festivals or special days come. Media schedules events at main ashrams and also live streaming, and people across India can join in or even perform rituals through coordinators locally. The digital strategy multiplies impact. Moreover, the Gurukul trains pandits who are then involved in conducting ceremonies throughout the network. Now, what kind of pujas and homas are conducted and what is their significance? There is a wide array on the Puja and Homa page. Examples include Rudra Puja, Ganapati Puja, Navagraha Puja, Lakshmi Puja, Satyanarayan Puja, Ayush Puja, Ayudha Puja, Vahan Puja, Gau Puja, Shani Shanti Puja, then there is Rahu Shanti Puja, Nakshatra Shanti Puja, and Vastu Shanti, etc. Homas similarly include Ganapati Homa, Navagraha Homa, Durga Homa, and Sudarshan Homa, etc. The spiritual significance is manifold. Pujas are meant to harmonize, purify, bring peace, remove obstacles, invite prosperity, and connect with higher consciousness. These serve both external forms, rituals offering inspired mantra, and internal intention or sankalpa. The homas with the fire element are especially considered powerful in Vedic tradition for purification. Now, what is Sankalpa and how is it used in the rituals? Sankalpa is a good intention derived from Sat, good or truth, and Kalpana or imagination or intention. In ritual context, taking a Sankalpa means consciously stating that you desire thanking, seeking purity, health, peace, etc. It aligns the mind of the devotee with the ritual, enhancing receptivity. From the experiential perspective, Sankalpa makes the ritual focus. It's not just an external action. The ritual becomes meaningful when one's internal intention is aligned. The Vedic mantras, chantings, fire, etc. are most effective when the mind is involved. The Sansthan encourages devotees to take explicit sankalpa in many of the pujas and homas. Can devotees participate online or is it physical presence required? Yes, both VDS offers online participation options, especially via YouTube live streams, Zoom events, or recorded sessions. Devotees can take sankalpa online, watch rituals live, or perform homas virtually. For many pujas, devotees outside Bangalore or outside India can register remotely. The intention is inclusivity. Some rituals require physical presence for some skaras like Upanenam, etc. But many homas and parayanas, chanting recitals, and pujas are shared widely via digital media, so people feel spiritually part of it even if geographically apart. It also helps preserve a continuity during times like travel restrictions. Now, how often are uploads on the YouTube channel and what kinds of rituals events are shared there? From what is visible, the Vaidik Puja's channel has regular uploads and live streams. For example, live Rudra Puja, Navratri celebrations, Ayush Homa, Mahalaya, Amavasya, Gau Puja, etc. The frequency seems aligned with religious calendar, more content around major festivals, seasonal Vedic celebrations like Navratri, Shivratri, etc., but also weekly, monthly pujas like Rudra Homas, Rudra special Homas. It maintains a rhythm so that followers have consistent access. Now, who conducts the rituals, the pujas, homas, etc., and what is their training and authority? They are conducted by learned Vedic scholars or pandits from the Sri Sri Gurukul who have undergone years of formal education and rigorous practical training in Vedic studies. Swamijis, Rishijis, Sadhvijis, Brahmacharijis too are involved. The Gurukul ensures standards. The credibility of ritual depends heavily on the knowledge, pronunciation, adherence to Shastra, etc. VDS's network of trained pandits plus periodic refreshers ensures rituals are authentic and spiritually potent. This is especially important when sharing via YouTube so people watching get the correct process. Now, what are samskaras and which ones does VDS perform? Samskaras are sacred life cycle rituals marking transitions, birth, naming, upanayam, sacred thread, and vivaha or wedding last rites, etc. VDS performs Shoda samskaras or 16 samskaras, which are Garbdhan, Pumsavana, Sima, Nantoyana, Jatakarma, Namakarana, Upanayana, and Vedaramba, etc. These samskaras are deeply rooted in Veda and Dharmic tradition. They are more than ceremonies, they frame moral, spiritual, and cultural identity. They shape individuals' consciousness in relation to family, society, and cosmos. VDS's role is to provide access to these, especially for those who might have drifted from tradition. Also, through YouTube, etc., people gain understanding of what each samskara means. Now, tell me about Gurukul and how it supports Vedic scholars. Gurukul or the Veda Pathshala provides free education to students from different parts of India in Vedic studies. It trains them in Vedas, chanting, ritual procedures, etc. These scholars then become pandits or teachers to conduct ritual and learning programs within VDS network. This is essential for sustainability. Without persons who know the language, the Sanskrit, meters, pronunciation, ritual logic, etc., the practice risks dilution. Gurukul also ensures that the traditional lineage is maintained. In addition, graduates sometimes help in content for YouTube or digital teaching, which helps reach many people. Now, what role does YouTube play in VDS's outreach strategy? YouTube is the main digital medium where Vidya shares its live rituals, recitals, parayanas, and homas and pujas. It allows people globally to observe, participate, learn, and simply derive spiritual inspiration. The Vedic Pujas channel is central to this, enabling streaming of major pujas and festivals. For many devotees, physical access is not possible. Distance, time, finances, digital presence via YouTube bridges that gap. It also helps in preserving the rituals for posterity. Archives of chanting ritual procedures serve educational and documentary purposes. Moreover, good audio-visual quality subtitles as explanations augment learning. Now, how does the VDS ensure authenticity when transmitting rituals digitally? By having trained pandits lead the rituals, whether live or recorded, maintaining correct mantras, pronunciation, samagri, or ritual materials, following Shastra guidelines, etc. The events are often done from ashrams under supervision. Also, context matters. The videos sometimes include explanations, or the website supports learning about the meaning behind rituals. The combination of ritual performance plus teaching ensures viewers are not misled. Possibly also checks are in place, reviewing content, ensuring the sanctity is preserved even when compressed for online. This last part is in, yeah. So, what are Vedic celebrations and which festivals are celebrated? Vedic celebrations are festival rituals aligned with the Vedic calendar: Mahashivratri, Chatra Navratri, Guru Purnima, Shravan Mas, Sharad Navratri, Kartik Mas, etc. As per the website. During these major homas, special pujas, group events happen. These celebrations tend to draw larger audience, more elaborate rituals, more cultural programs. The festival context also helps people connect tradition, community, and spirituality. YouTube content for these festivals often have large viewership. Festivals serve as high points in the annual cycle. Now tell us about e-learning or learning and chanting programs. VDS offers various learning programs including chanting, Rudram, Lalita Sahasranama, Vishnu Sahasranama, Navajapa, Upanayana, Pandit training, etc. There is also an e-learning and an online portal. These learning programs are essential so the participants not only observe but also become able to recite, understand, chant themselves. This builds ownership and deeper connection. For those not in proximity to ashrams, online learning helps. It may include video lessons, guided recitations, maybe group classes. Now, how are samskaras and rites of passage handled for people who aren't near an ashram? VDS has state coordinators, volunteers in many states. Devotees can register for ceremonies, and VDS may help organize and locally or guide people on how to perform them properly. In many cases, the rituals are conducted at ashrams, but we also try to extend reach. Also, the digital content helps people can watch how a particular samskara is done, understand the procedure, timings, mantras, even if certain parts require physical presence. Having the knowledge helps people prepare. In some cases, live streams allow remote family members to witness. Now, what is Vedika Karya in the VDS framework? Vedika Karya includes duties like Hiranya Shraddha, Pitru Tarpan, Vaikunta Samardhane, which are rites relating to ancestors, death rites, etc. These are part of VDS's range of services. Ancestor rites are an important component in a Vedic tradition. Many people wish to do these but may not know how. VDS provides both the ritual performance and guidance. Logging these on YouTube or via website can help people understand, remember, perform with the correct mindset. Now, does VDS offer Jyotish and Vastu services? Yes, on the Art of Living International site, under Vaidik Dharm Sansthan, they list Jyotish and Vastu among the ancient sciences included in the VDS's activities, authentic Jyotish, Vastu Shastra, etc. These serve as remedial sciences giving guidance on astrology, time, planets, environment, architecture, space to align more harmoniously with nature. Together with ritual chanting, etc., they provide holistic support for devotees. Now, how is the website structured to help devotees and students? The website of VedicPujas.org has menu items like about, vision, founders, leaders, activities, pujas and humas and Vedic celebrations, samskaras and Vedic karyas, Vedika karyas, learning, register for learning and chanting programs, our learning of programs, Vedic samskaras, register ashrams and events, and reach blog gallery, donate and contact. There is also online registration for pujas, humas, boarding in ashrams, learning programs, content such as blogs, Sri Sri Vedic Wisdom, galleries, FAQs. The structured menu helps people find what they need, ritual bookings, learning festivals, etc. Now, how do people register for pujas, humas, or learnings? Through the website, the Pujas and Homa page allows devotees to request pujas and humas. The register section lists Bangalore ashram pujas, learning, etc., and other ashrams. There are phone, email, contact points, and state coordinators. It's often a two-step. Choose the puja or learning, specify location or online offline mode, select date if options available, pay or donate if required, take sankalpa if needed. For learning, enroll via e-learning portal or in-person sessions. Now, what is the role of devotees and what is expected of them when they attend or view ritual services? Devotees are encouraged to participate with sincerity, to take internal sankalpa, to chant or follow the mantras to best of their ability, to observe the ritual with respect, purity wherever possible, understanding of components like fire offerings, etc. If online, watch and meditate along. Also to learn to understand meaning behind rituals, not treat them as mechanical. For example, when watching Parayana, understanding what is being recited, when observing Homa, understanding why fire offerings, etc. This deepens the spiritual benefit. Now, how does VDS sustain its operation financially? To donations, registrations fees, or some services and sankalpas, contributions for ashrams, e-hundi, general donations, donations specific for Gurukul, Gaushala, etc. Also, people may sponsor individual pujas, samskaras, the maintenance of ashrams or ritual centers. The online presence probably aids in outreach for donors globally. Now, what is the Gaushala and what is its purpose in VDS? The Gaushala under VDS shelters indigenous Indian cattle breeds, Gir, Sahiwal, Ongol, Kangayam, Halikar, Dangi, Tharparkar, Kasargod, etc. It's part of preserving heritage. Cows being sacred in Vedic tradition and supporting sustainable agriculture. The cow byproducts are used for organic manure, pesticides, etc. Now, the Gaushala also becomes a place of learning. People can witness care for sacred cows, traditional practices, environmentally friendly farming. This aligns with dharmic values of ahimsa, preserving nature interconnection. How is quality managed in chanting and recitations? Pandits and students in Gurukul are trained rigorously in pronouncing mantras correctly, maintaining metric patterns, reinforcing correct intonation, etc. The supervision by senior scholars ensures correctness. For digital content, perhaps review processes before publishing, sometimes repeats, corrections. Also, viewers, many from traditional backgrounds, often give feedback, helping maintain authenticity. Now, what are some specific examples of parayanas or chanting programs posted on YouTube or facilitated by VDS? Examples include what happens in deep rest during Navratri celebrations, Rudra Puja with Gurudev, Vedic Vivah weddings, etc. Parayana content such as recitations of Vedic mantras and rituals during festivals. The Parayana recitals may include reading of Rudram, Veda Stotrams, Vishnu Sahasranama, etc. Even though not always explicitly listed, the learning programs include those chants. The YouTube videos sometimes show these recitals during ceremonies. Now, how does the VDS address people's queries, doubts, or educational misconceptions? The website has Sri Shish's Vedic Wisdom blog section. FAQs devotees can contact via email or phone of state coordinators. Also, they provide explanation in digital content or videos. Sometimes digital media allows interactive possibilities, comments under videos, live streams where people ask questions, possibly sessions dedicated to explaining rituals and their meaning. This helps demystify things and reduce superstition or misconceptions. Now, what is the reach of VDS outside India? While most ashrams and ceremonies are based in India, the Art of Living organization's international presence and YouTube's diasporic audience means people globally can access the content. Also, online registrations and portals may support international devotees. For diaspora, videos are both spiritual sustenance and cultural connection. While physical samskaras might need travel or local arrangements, the learning and ritual exposure digitally help immensely. Now, how has the VDS leveraged live streaming and scheduled events? Live events like Monday Rudra Puja or scheduled dates from the Bangalore Ashram are streamed. Also, the Friday Devi Pujas, also special live event pujas during festivals. Scheduled pujas are live events serve both as anchor points for community. People mark their calendars, participate in real time, perhaps synchronize chants or sankalpa from wherever they are. This builds cohesion. So, how many subscribers or views does this YouTube channel have, which is an indication of reach? The YouTube channel of the Vedic Pujas is part of Art of Living. As of current data, the About section shows affiliation with Art of Living. The channel has 1.6 million subscribers as per the banner in some contexts. The high subscriber count suggests large audiences. Also, the view counts on videos, some in tens of thousands, indicate that people do watch these live or recorded events. This affirms that the model of digital ritual content works. Now, what challenges does the VDS face in staging these ritual services and sharing online? Operationally, ensuring the correct schedule, availability of pandits, correct samagri, ritual materials, logistics of rituals, fire offerings, etc., especially for big festivals. For online, ensuring good audio, video quality, live streaming infrastructure, reliable internet in ashram and remote areas. Also maintaining authenticity while making content accessible. Example, balancing traditional Sanskrit use versus explanations, dealing with wearing devout levels among audience, avoiding distortions, handling time zones dates for international audience, ensuring that ritual is not reduced to mere performance but retains its spiritual integrity. Now, how are cultural and linguistic diversity handled since India is diverse? VDS has ashrams in multiple states, state coordinators, local volunteers, and pandits. So, rituals in local context may have some regional languages for explanations. The main ritual mantras are usually in Sanskrit as per tradition. Now, for videos, subtitles or voiceovers might help. Also, blog content may be in regional languages as needed. Local coordinators help in translating or explaining in local tongue so people from varied backgrounds understand. Now, what is a typical puja or homa timeline sequence? Usually, the ritual begins with sankalpa, stating intention, invocation of deities, purification, achmanam, sprinkling, etc. Chants, offerings via rituals or homa, including samagri offerings, closing prayers, blessing, perhaps distribution of prasad for homa, managing fire offerings, chanting per meter, etc. For festivals, there may be additional elements, processions, cultural music, group chanting, special steps like abhishekam, decoration, etc. Videos often show these in segments with the explanation. Now, how is feedback collected from devotees and viewers? Likely through comments on YouTube, messages via website contact, phone calls, emails to state coordinators, perhaps surveys, not all publicly documented. Also, live chat or Q&A sessions during live streams helps. Viewers' engagement metrics, number of views, like shares give indirect feedback. Perhaps devotional satisfaction is assessed during and after events. How does the VDS ensure rituals are environmentally conscious and sustainable? Examples include use of indigenous cow breeds, cow byproduct being used as organic manure, fertilizer, pesticide. This connects to ritual supply chain, possibly samagri source responsibly. Fire rituals or homas inherently use firewood, etc. Possibly they try to minimize waste, ensure offerings are biodegradable, encouraging devotees to use natural flowers, etc. Also, the Gaushalas' sustainability efforts tie into environment. Now, what is the role of Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar Ji in these initiatives? Gurudev inspired and guides the VDS. He discourages on Vedic wisdom are collected, the Vedic Vangamaya. The spiritual guidance underpins the overall mission. Gurudev's role is both vision and practice. His teachings provide the interpretative framework for rituals. Sometimes he leads or is present in major events. His influence draws community trust. Also, his global following helps amplify impact. Now, how are ritual materials or samagri handled and who supplies them? Samagri is prepared in ashrams, often using traditional items. Pandits or ritual teams maintain stores of required items for devotees doing smaller pujas at home. Guidance is given. Ashrams may supply materials for certain ceremonies. The authenticity of materials, example type of wood, flowers, herbs, etc., matters for ritual efficacy. The YouTube website content may show what is needed, so devotees can procure correct items. Also, for big events, sourcing large quantities, ensuring purity can be a logistical task. Now, what is the educational content besides rituals? Example, philosophy, meaning mythologies. The website's blog section, Sri Shri's Vedic Wisdom, provides articles explaining Vedic traditions, meaning of rituals, stories, learning programs, teach chanting and meaning. Parayana's chantings often include explanations or discourses. For example, topics like what is a mantra and what is the science behind puja and what does each ritual component symbolize. Some YouTube videos possibly have narration or introductions. This helps to understand me deepen understanding, not just ritual observance. Are there special services for children or youth? Yes, offerings like Vidyarambam, initiation to learning, Upanayam, sacred trend, and other samskaras specific to youth. The learning programs likely include children and youth cohorts. Also, youth who are part of Gurukul or training programs may engage in chanting, ritual performance. The educational content helps the younger generations connect with heritage. Now, how is the COVID 19 or other disruptions handled in terms of rituals and learning? The provision for online participation and streaming helps in times when physical gatherings are restricted. The e-learning and remote registrations lessen the disruption. In earlier periods, many organizations use Zoom or YouTube live streams. VDS's infrastructure seems already aligned with such modes, which helps the continuity. Now, what kind of technology or production setup is used for the videos? Specific technical details are not publicly endorsed and disclosed, but given the quality of live streaming, regular uploads, auspicious camera angles, good audio, mantras clearly audible, they likely use dedicated AV teams, cameras, sound systems, live streaming rigs at ashrams. Also, for clarity of chants, microphones, sound mixing, for visuals, good lighting, for online participation, multi-angle cameras or focus shots, or for festivals, wide shots, etc. Post production may include editing, subtitles, or intro, outro to explain. Now, how do parayanas or chanting sessions differ from humas in terms of purpose and format? Parayanas chanting are recitations, worship of the verbal or vibrational dimension, reading, singing mantras, totras, etc., perhaps with communal engagement. Humas are more ritualistic with fire, offerings, invocation, etc. Humas tend to be more external element and parayanas more devotional and meditative. The purpose is also somewhat distinct. Parayanas build devotion, memory, understanding. Homas focus on purification, offering more dramatic ritual action. In the combined practice, both aspects support spiritual growth. By making both visible via YouTube, viewers can benefit in different ways. Now, how does the VDS measure impact or success of its services? Some metrics might include number of ritual participants, online, offline, number of views, engagements on videos, number of students in learning programs, number of samskaras performed, registrations, qualitative indicators too, feedback, spiritual satisfaction, testimonies, growth of devotional practice, continuity in families, also observing how many people adopt chanting rituals in their daily life. What plans are there for expansion or new initiatives? Given existing operations, expansion could involve more ashrams, more local centers, more online offline learning modules, perhaps more video content in regional languages, better streaming infrastructure, possibly making documentaries or deeper philosophical series, interactive online rituals, apps for ritual scheduling, guided home puja kits, etc., also enhancing outreach among diaspora. Are there any cost or donation models for rituals and how transparent is the fund usage? Yes, devotees contribute via donations, registration fees. The website clearly lists donation options, general Gurukul Gaushalas, etc. Transparency is important to maintain trust. While detailed audited financials may be internal, public communication, what donations support, how rituals are funded, etc. helps. The digital reach helps assure donors that their contribution supports a visible and wide impact work. Now, how are ritual calendars determined? Example, which homas on which days? Based on Vedic Hindu calendar, auspicious timings or muhurta astrological conditions, traditional observances, example, festivals, lunar phases, also the guidance of senior scholars and Swamijis. For digital events, scheduling also considers logistics, availability of pundits, ashrams, streaming infrastructure. They try to pick teams that allow more people to join. How does the VDS maintain continuity of tradition in face of modernity? By combining ancient methods like rituals, mantras, samskaras with modern tools, YouTube, online learning, registration portals, ensuring that ritual forms are preserved but usage of technology not compromising ritual integrity. Also, education of younger generations, translating meaning, using regional languages, making rituals intelligible and accessible, also avoiding superstition and emphasizing intention, knowledge, and inner transformation rather than mere external performance. Now, what are some testimonials or success stories of individuals who benefited? While specific names need consent, general feedback indicates devotees finding peace, clarity, healing through peer participation in homas, rituals, chanting programs, people learning mantras who earlier felt disconnected, diaspora members feeling more connected. Stories might include someone recovering mental health or emotional strength through ritual discipline, someone aligning family relationships, or someone discovering cultural identity via Gurukul learning. These are generally shared via blogs or social media. Do VTS rituals have scientific or psychological explanations that are communicated? Yes, some articles and discourses under Sri Shishu's Vedic wisdom aim to explore what the Vedas say, the science behind sound vibration, the effects of chanting, the effect of ritual on mind and environment. This helps modern seekers who like a rational understanding. For example, explaining how mantras affect brain waves, how ritual helps focus mind, calm emotions, how fire and huma produces sound, warmth, the scent which affects senses. Such explanations often help bridge belief and experience. Now, how do you deal with differences in rituals and traditions, regional variants? Vedic rituals are broadly uniform in core Sanskrit mantras, fire rituals, etc. However, local practice sometimes incorporates regional flower offerings, regional customs. The state coordinators and local pundits adapt within permissible traditions. It's important that adaptation does not dilute the Shastra, ensuring correct pronunciation, meter, intention, even when some adornments differ. The goal is a living tradition, not a fossil. Regional color adds richness rather than divergence. Now, what advice would you give a devotee wishing to start doing daily puja or chanting from home with the VDS? Start small, choose a manageable ritual or chant, understand its meaning, set a fixed time daily, use the content on YouTube or learning programs to learn correct pronunciation, take sankalpa with sincerity, perhaps attend live stream or recorded puja to model the ritual. Consistency is more important than magnitude. Even short daily practice aligns mind. Also, reading articles or listening to discourses helps. Over time, one may do bigger rituals. Also, connecting with local coordinator or VDS community helps in guidance. Now, what is your vision of how VDS and its YouTube online presence will evolve over the next 5 to 10 years? To deepen reach, more frequent online rituals, better streaming quality, more interactive content accessible in many languages, more learning programs, perhaps mobile app, more ashrams, more trained pundits, more community engagement internationally. Also, vision for preserving ancient wisdom so it continues to be relevant, combining ritual with inner experience, making the Vedic tradition a living source of peace, not just ceremony. Perhaps more collaborations, research into the effect of chants, rituals, more multimedia content, documentaries, audio courses, making spiritual heritage accessible to new generations globally. Take care.